Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the final Bat and the Bandit of the year with myself, Phil Campbell, my best friend in the whole world, Mr. Lee Rogers, and this massive fucking spot I have on my chin.
That's just decided that's a belter.
I decided it's a mascot for the show. Lee, how the fuck are you, man?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done this, man.
It has indeed, mate. It's been a couple of weeks for a number of reasons.
What had happened was we had a couple of guests booked.
Yes.
And I think during the storms, it was just a hard time for them to try and get here, you know.
But then again, this kind of raised the issue of having guests, and it made us rethink it a wee bit. Whilst it would be great to have a guest and great to have somebody that we could chat with and maybe bounce off, and instead of us just talking, maybe learn a wee bit more about someone else, maybe a certain subject, a certain field, but you really are kind of at their behest.
Well,
and through no fault of theirs.
No. I think what we should do is if someone is immediately there, we'll just come down to the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Outside of our own thing here.
Yeah.
You know, make it a special, you know?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be one a month. It just as and when it could happen. So just
100%.
Yeah. So a wee bit more freeform. But yes, what has been going on? And it's about 2 weeks since the last one.
Couple of weeks,
sorry. It's 16, isn't it?
The madness of Christmas, mate. Just trying to get
16, isn't it?
16.
Fuck me. Christmas is
nuts, mate. Here, but there you go. What's that? 16 fucking episodes of a podcast.
That's fucking
already.
Wild. That's wild.
That's something that keeps coming up when we're on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
We just have these wee moments of looking at each other going, we have a podcast. Holy shit. People are listening.
We have a platform.
Well, fuck. Us two cunts platforms. That's not right.
Wait, listen. Do you know what? Because we were talking about the podcast, and obviously, you have to think about things like reach, and you have to think about things like viewership and listenership and shit like that. I'm convinced that we have a wee touch of the old shadow ban about us.
Oh, why? Because
I posted something, and I always tag us as collaborators, which means that then it appears on my personal page, it appears on your personal page as well.
Yes.
And that sort of through fair traffic should carry. I posted something relatively innocuous about when I was away on my my Instagram, and I had over 1,000 likes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I posted something Bat and the Bandit related.
10. 15. Oh, why? Same as me.
Going by what we're hearing from people and the general consensus,
we're being listened to.
Yeah, people are listening. People are enjoying it. People are consuming the content. So why is there this little bit of a disconnect? And why is there doesn't seem to be that visibility?
Are we underlying at war with the metaverse?
I think the metaverse has declared war upon us as people.
Yeah. Well, it's because we keep saying cunt and talking like
cunt's a lovely word.
Politician. It is. In America, it's not.
No. But I always maintain, it's not necessarily a derogatory term.
No.
You're a great cunt.
You're a great cunt.
You're a good cunt.
Give me one of them. Yes, I fucking love the word.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's a lovely word.
It's used regular.
Everybody is a cunt in some capacity.
The only American that I've really heard using it properly is Troy Ramey.
Yeah. Shout out to Troy.
Troy Ramey, good lad.
He's kind of an honorary one of us, though, isn't he?
Yeah, Kenny is. I'm gonna head away with him next year.
Yeah. Where? How long would you be?
No, now listen to me. It's all right. Don't be panicking.
Right.
He sent me a message the other day saying that he has an idea for, because he's selling out of shows on the East Coast.
Yeah.
He's an idea to hit the West Coast. So from Washington State all through California State, he says 1.5, 2 weeks. He says, I would love you to come. I would love you to be involved. So I think I'm going to head out there for a bit.
For like 1 or 2 weeks?
Fuck mate, you go away longer than that.
I know, but
fuck me, man.
I don't go away with a prospective future.
I walk about the shop all day.
I don't go away with a future prospective best mate though. He's a handsome, big talented cunt. It's like, hey there, Lee. You know that guy Philip Lawrence Graham Campbell. I could love you better. No, Troy. You're not taking my best mate.
I can do better than him, man.
I could love you so much better. Anyway, Troy, stay away from my best mate, or I'll fucking come for you. But yes, I was away for 2 weeks. I was in Bahrain for 2 weeks for 2 shows with Brave Combat Federation. Fucking brilliant experience, man. Always is. Back to Bahrain, where it's kind of like the heartland of Brave.
Yeah.
And it's just...
You hang a wee bit with the prince and all, don't you? Like, I think it's fucking fantastic, man.
I can neither confirm...
Nor deny
the reasons as to why I may or may not have had to sign an NDA. But yes, Crown Prince, sorry, not the Crown Prince, Prince Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, owner of Brave, loves MMA, and he's just a genuinely good dude. He was at the fights, he was cornering, he owns his own MMA
was he cornering,
team.
Was he?
He was cornering some of the boys and everything.
Imagine being the guy who's hearing the fucking the Prince shouting what
he's
doing. It's just like, holy shit, okay. Listen, stop it all, hang on. Right, got you.
He's got your dog on a Glock.
What a guy.
But no, genuinely, he's a lovely human being.
Talking the clock.
Can you do this for Fido? But no, lovely guy, loves MMA, and just a whole. I had a really weird experience, and this is something you'll be able to relate to now that you've joined the rarefied air of people such as myself. But we had a press conference, and I'm not involved in the press conference, so I just go and I enjoy it.
Go and hang.
You know, wee man, a bit shorter than me, bit small, a bit older, comes up, taps me on the shoulder. I was like, all right, what's happening? Just thought I was in his way or something, went to move out of the way. Brings out this bag and brings out this painting.
That's beautiful.
A portrait painting of myself.
Not
Conor McGregor, right? It was me.
Did you get the guy's name for a shout out?
Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
yep, all right.
Muhammad Ali, and I think his Instagram is Muhammad Ali Artist or Artist Muhammad Ali.
Fantastic.
And he did this beautiful full painting of me, and it was just a really, really nice gesture.
It feels cool, doesn't it?
It does, and I was able to chat away with him. Huge fan of Brave. He did a few other people. He did one of Aaron Wallace and all. Did one of some of the Brave fighters. I did one of Muhammad Mukayev, and it was just really, really cool. And I believe you're able to relate to that now.
No. I always was. Like, I've had people doing pictures of me for years. Like, it's kind of cool, you know. Is that your first one? Was it? I don't know.
You big time bastard. Now, you see somebody who had an ounce of fucking humility, who had
I fucking love you, man.
even a modicum of self-awareness, would have realised that was a segue to plug a young artist who did a sketch of you recently, but no, you used it as an opportunity to suck your own dick.
Listen, no, there's so the other day, there was a
Season of goodwill, get fucked.
A wee tag came up on my Instagram, you know. So, oh, she says here, didn't know who it was, clicked it. Smashing pictures. Going to call down and drop it in.
That's class.
She says she knows you as well, man. That's kind of cool.
Oh.
She says she hasn't seen you since you were like fighting way back.
So now I'm like a bit bigger and all.
Oh, well, listen, you never know.
Christmas miracle.
Yeah, Christmas miracle. Know what the biggest Christmas miracle is? What? We're going to meet your new girlfriend on the 27th. Mate, how does that feel?
Right.
Okay. So let's. Are we tag? Is that the name?
Well, it's an awkward conversation to have on the podcast because we haven't had that conversation yet. So everybody take a wee fucking breath there. I'm dating somebody.
That's nice.
I'm dating somebody. It is very nice. She's lovely. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
we jokes. No, I'm in the early stages of dating somebody, and with my propensity to fuck things up the way I do.
Yeah.
And my propensity.
You're a different person now.
Well, I'm a different person now, but you know, that was me being polite. Usually they're fucking mental. But so I'm playing this one by ear. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I don't want to say too much. Don't want to scare anybody.
No, cool.
Don't want to scare anybody away.
Well, mate, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, this is a big turning point for you.
Really appreciate that. But do you know what a major contributing factor to it is? And this all goes back to me not fucking drinking.
Aye.
Because I'm nearly 3 months off it, I think.
Aye, mate, that's a good stint. You're going to have a wee beer on Boxing Day.
I don't know. I might.
Well, see how you feel.
I might.
See how you feel.
I fancy it.
I'm going to get blocked.
How are the whole Christmas preparations and stuff going?
Everything's nearly done. My fucking wee wife's a machine at this shit.
I should be asking how are Nikita's Christmas preparations
going? Christmas preparations are going great, mate. Right. She's nearly got it fucking.
And you just drive her places and sit in the car while she does the work?
No, I went. I was about to start lying there. No, I went too.
Talking to Lee yesterday about 8 o'clock. He's like, we're just getting ready to go down the Asda here. I was like, well, Lee, it's a Sunday. It closes at 5.
see the fucking dance side. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do it all the day. But
that just shows how far removed you are from just like day to day silly things like that.
I asked somebody a couple of weeks ago. I says, somebody lent me a $5. What for? Pot noodle. They're not a $5. Like, I didn't realize. I thought everything was about. I thought the cheapest thing's about a $5. That's what I thought. You know what I mean?
But yes, Christmas preparation going well. Christmas Day, it's just you and the kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just nice and chilled out.
Just us. We'll do a bit of cooking. We'll get some. We like to get all the medieval meat. So haggis, fucking venison, pheasant.
Nice.
All the peasant shit, you know.
Aye. All the stuff that you would have seen at like a fucking on a long table.
Game of Thrones fucking table, aye.
Your legs and stuff.
Yes, love all that. So we're going to do that. And I will sit with her in the kitchen and help out as much as I can, but mostly I'm planning just to sit and drink whiskey at the table.
That sounds nice, mate. That sounds nice. I was going to ask you, Do you get reflective this time of year at all?
I've started to.
Aye. Is that
this year's been a real. It's cracked me wide open, as you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
this is you're probably the most emotionally aware and emotionally open you've ever been this year.
It's been a weirdly cracker year for kind of fucking fanning myself as well, Phil. It's been good, man. You know, I mean, we've been experimenting a lot ourselves with mushrooms and stuff, and everything that's came from that has all been so fucking right and perfectly timed that you can't deny. I mean, I never cried as much in my life as I have this last sort of fucking 8 months, man. Just from becoming acutely aware of what happened in the past and not being afraid to look at it, not being afraid to turn around and go, okay, I'm looking at you. What do we need? What do we need to do? My past and me standing here. What do we need to do here? And it's fucking broke me a bit, but I'm loving it.
Do you think you've turned the corner potentially a wee bit?
I'm definitely more of a human being.
What do you think's changed in you? Not circumstantial or situational. What do you think in you has changed, or what do you think is more of, less of, developed? What do you think it is?
That no matter what you think you are, you're not, and no matter what you don't think you are, you are. Does that make sense? You know, everything that you think you're not is probably what you are, because you've conditioned yourself to tell yourself, that's not me. You know what I mean? So
I think
trying to iron out all that.
Is there stuff maybe you haven't, or stuff maybe that you hadn't dealt with previously?
Fucking 100% the Dan on. Oh, absolutely.
Even your ma, perhaps.
Oh, I'm definitely my ma.
Again, we had an experience not that long ago that we'll not go into. It doesn't need dissect on a podcast. But there was an experience recently.
That was a hard one. That was the fucking hardest thing I ever done. You were there, man. You see me, and you said after, not only have I not seen you like that before, I've never seen another human being like that before, and that scared me. I was like, holy shit, what way was I? Because I was just in the moment.
Yeah. But that's an experience to talk about another time, because I think you're still kind of processing that a wee bit.
I just can't go over it all at the minute.
No, 100%.
Does that make sense?
100%.
The same as you with a couple of years, you just like, no, I need to keep that there, but you know, it's not going to deter us.
No, not at all.
We've still a lot to do. Psychonauts, you know.
I think everybody gets a little bit reflective this time of year.
Yeah,
which is perfect, because I think it's because you end up spending, as much as it's a time for family and being around people. Also, a lot of people are off work.
Yeah,
a lot of people that actually have a lot of time to actually decompress, sit down, and think about things. Maybe recap their year, maybe think about what's going on. Has there been any particular highlights this year for you, or anything that really stands out, either personally, professionally? You know, what's been good about this year for you? There's obviously there's loads of shit stuff, and we can talk shit about everything that's happened this year. But it's kind of like our fucking IP, to be fair. Like, it's kind of our unique selling point is talking shit about stuff. But what's been good about this year, and dare I even say, to get a wee bit fucking homework, and I know it's probably the wrong holiday, but what are you thankful for this year, mate?
Fucking thankful for my wife, my kids, and you, and the life that I have, because no matter, you always think to yourself, is there more there for me? And that's the way it would have been, but this last year, I've realised that if I died now, I've done everything that I ever wanted to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's a nice feeling, mate, because it means from here on in, anything that I do decide to do is for me, for the benefit of us and everything, you know what I mean? Me and you became a lot closer. I mean, if that was possible, we did. There was a weird, like, don't get me wrong, I've always loved your very fucking bones, but I don't know, something sort of clicked. Maybe middle of last year or so, but that's just continued to grow and grow again. You know, and that's been good for us. I mean, when we thought we couldn't get any fucking closer, we did. You know, and that's been nice. I mean, you've took roles up within my family as well, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? Isaac looks up to you. Luca,
that's because he's about 5 foot fuck all, 4'3",
2'3". Luca texts you when
slabbers relentlessly. What is it she said the other day? Right. It's borderline fucking mean is what she's in her. Your daughter Luca is firmly in her mean girl era, so she is. So we had been, you, myself, and Isaac we just went to Brooklyn Bears home for a wee bit of food. We got a couple of desserts and everything, just boys, having a great time, ordering fucking cake for dinner and all, having a great time.
Stuff,
and you put up a picture of me and Isaac, and your daughter Luca commented underneath it. It's like, his hair's better than mine or something.
Because
Isaac lives life through one eye. He's got fucking Lovely head of hair on him. Lovely big head. And I was wearing a hat. So I thought, I'll comment, just being like, what are you talking about, Luca? Sure, I'm wearing a hat. Ha 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 ha. Silly bit of misdirection. Luca straight away. You would need to with that hairline. It's like, what the fuck?
You can't fuck with a 16-year-old girl, mate.
My
they're
God.
Relentlessly fucking horrible.
Zeroed in on my biggest insecurity. And
mate.
just shocking. Mate, I've already a massissive fucking head, like. Do you know what I mean?
Big head, like.
Well, the reason this is sitting at a jaunty angle is not because it looks nice and shows off my coif. It's because it hurts my head. To pull it down hurts my head.
Fucking Tintin.
This is why, if we ever robbed a bank, and there was maybe 4 of us, and they were like, I don't know, but one of them had an obnoxiously large head, and they would think it was Jack to begin with, but then they would come looking for me.
They would realise that it was too tall to be Jack.
It was too tall to be Jack.
That's Phil Campbell.
The human Funko Pop that is our producer, Jackie boy. You saw what? What do you see? Come on. If you're going to talk, Jack, come over here, my man.
On the fucking camera.
This is why we need to get you fixing his hair and all before you. What did you see, Jack?
I seen a photo of Phil during the.
That's enough, Jack. Good lad. Thank you for joining in.
6'5", so he is. Next to who?
Oh, do you know what? Right, I know what you're doing. You can't sit down.
We were going to get him a mic too.
We were. So it was a picture. It was a lovely picture when I was away with my broadcast partners. The great and powerful Mr. Carlos Kramer. He is an absolute legend of mixed martial arts. A fantastic MC. That'd be great, man. And also my co-commentator, Carrick Janess. He is a legend. He is the winner of the 2022 Fighters Only Lifetime Achievement Award at the MMA Awards. He founded mixedmartialarts.com, founded the Underground Forum.
Is that his, is it?
Yeah, the man's an absolute legend. Why I'm fucking hanging out with these two boys is beyond me. But Carlos is 6'2", Carrick's 6'4".
Right.
I'm standing in the middle of them. I look like a wee boy, and I'm not a small man, right? But I just
5'10",
I'm 5'11".
Right, okay, great.
Right,
Yep.
You wish you were 5'10".
I'm 5'11".
Well, you're fucking.
Half.
What are you, Jackie? What are you putting? I'm 5'6". Jackie's 5'6" or 5'7", allegedly.
Okay.
So Jackie said he did know their names, he just didn't know how to pronounce them. But yes. Oh, speaking of back me being self-indulgent here, MMA related. I got a great picture of myself, Carlos Kramer, Brave President Muhammad Shahid, and former Brave fighter and current UFC featherweight champion Ilya Taporia. And it was just a really cool picture. And for talk, because Ilya used to fight for us. So we'd be friendly. Not obviously, I'm not fucking in his DMs. He's not in my DMs every day or anything. But we were able to catch up and have a nice chat and everything. And the photographer caught. We did like the stage picture where everybody's going. Which really, why does everybody put a fucking hand up when you get a picture taken with a fighter or something like that? But we got a really nice candid picture of me and Ilya just in conversation. And it was a really cool wee picture. So just wanted to throw that out there because it's kind of a big deal. But what was it? What were we talking about?
Is there no punchline to that?
I just thought it was a really nice picture.
Oh, it's a lovely picture.
I just thought because we're talking about getting reflective this time of year, and I just thought it was kind of it was a nice wee moment. Okay. Is there any particular highlights for you professionally?
Well, I've got the fucking the tattoo. Of course, yes. Fuck, I never even thought about this. This has been lovely, mate.
Yeah.
Just back here doing this, you know.
Tattooing people again.
If that's all that I ever do again, mate, I'm happy.
I don't think you realise just how much you miss tattooing, mate.
No, and that's why, you know, with Nikita having the studio when I wasn't there, it was so nice to come home and get down and hang, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I always said, you know, when people were talking about, you don't tattoo anymore, multi-award winning artist. And it seemed like a fucking travesty. So whenever people said that, it was like a wee knife, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't, but I'm still around it, you know. And been working a bit.
You're wasting your fucking talent.
Aye. I think there's something. I'm gonna be honest. I love music and love what I do. It's not something to wake up every morning and think that I am. You know what I mean? Because it's been so long. I've been doing it for 30 fucking years, man, or more. You know.
You've had. So we've also had that many negative experiences within the industry. Could you maybe not be jaded just a bit? Guarded, reserved about it.
Aye, but negativity within the music industry is something that you just have to fucking roll with if you want. It's not good for your soul.
No,
you know. No. I feel like I'm doing some sort of like fucking meaningful work when I'm sitting here, and you and me both know. When you're in the studio and in the moment and you've got somebody sitting there, a lot of vulnerable people come in through here.
Oh, without a shadow of doubt,
people, and you know, And sometimes there's a couple. Well, not name any names, but there's a couple of people in there who have been very open about suicide attempts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There, and it's been nice to see those people coming in weekly who have maybe had one tattoo, coming in weekly and looking back at them now and they're fucking.
They're full.
Do you know what I mean? And,
so
and that's not me talking to them. I'm not telling them what they should. I'm not a counsellor. I can't fucking do that.
No.
But sitting tattooing them, talking through each tattoo and what the meaning is behind what you're getting today, and then looking back and seeing a fucking sleeve on them of all their stuff, their ideas that I done. That's bound to be therapy for them.
There's also this wonderful symmetry of the physical, obviously the literal physical change you get when you get a tattoo.
You walk out different. You come in something, you walk out something else.
And we're seeing people, like, we're seeing the physical change when people get more tattoos, but we're also seeing even just the way people carry themselves from the first time. And you're going to get a wee bit shy and guarded when you come. A tattoo studio can be, or at least it used to be, a very intimidating place. Yeah. It used to be like, because there's only certain types of people got tattoos.
Yeah, and then it went through that Miami Ink pizzazz kind of superstar.
Absolute wank phase.
That was awful. That's all gone, which is fucking great, man. Everybody who started tattooing 10 or more years ago and are still here now have beaten their way through that
gone
trend,
as the era of the rock star tattoo.
The rock star tattoo.
Now, it's slipping into other industries and other things now, which is just wank, but I won't get into that. But you see people come in now, and even just the way they come in now, there's a light to them. They're coming in lighter. They're coming in a little bit more open. They're coming in. It was a
conversation we had with one lad, sure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, every time you come in here, he's struggling, really struggling.
Yeah.
Which kills me because, like I say, there's nothing. You end up giving somebody bad advice. It's in your head. I've seen that happening this week with somebody else. It can fuck somebody up. You know what I mean? Just because you think something's right doesn't make it right for them. Yeah. So seeing them coming in, keeping your mouth shut, having normal day-to-day chit-chat, asking them how they are, how their fucking family is, what's going on with them, and then putting on something beautiful and meaningful to them, and they walk out of here completely different. You know what I mean? And then a couple of weeks' time, they come back again and they go through the process again. And if that's keeping somebody's head together, who the fuck are we to fucking ever say? You know what I mean?
And again, without sounding too fucking deep about it, sometimes that's keeping somebody alive.
Oh,
you know, going from one appointment to the next, which is fucking cool.
Aye.
And that somebody can feel safe enough to come in here, and comfortable enough to come in here, get the tattoo, and genuinely open up a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just you get people who are fucking arseholes as well.
Yeah, of course.
But if you get somebody.
But they don't last long, arseholes in this place, mate. You know what
I mean?
No. We're very good at navigating around those cunts, you know.
Yeah, which is nice. So, personally, this place has been a godsend for the purpose.
It's been a godsend for the purpose. It has. Because Phil, I don't know whether you folk know this here, but Phil Campbell has no reason to be working here day to day. He's here he's here for us. He's here to hang. He's here because he likes to get up out of bed and feel like he's going somewhere. And there's a lot to be fucking said for that, man.
I love the routine that this place has given me.
The vibe of it's cool. The energy in here is fucking wonderful. Yeah, we have ghosts in here, which is great. You know what I mean? It's fucking fantastic.
I could easily lie in my bed to about 1 or 2 in the day and get up and just kind of ghost through a day, week to week. You know?
Yeah, I think to myself what I was doing. I mean, I was sitting there day to day, dropping the key down to the shop, the old shop.
Probably smashed a bottle of whiskey a day.
A bottle of whiskey, beers, fucking joints, or worse, mate. You know what I mean? So this has been beautiful. This has been a good. And long may it last, you know. Yeah.
You've had a little bit of a reconnection, or maybe like a rekindling of your love affair with music this year, a little bit.
I have, and I think that's because the pressure is firmly off. You know what I mean? The foot's off the gas, and that means that I can enjoy it more. I mean, Zenith Records, I've been with those guys since 2005.
Wow.
We parted ways last year, about this time last year. Stuck with the publishing, but I've stepped away from the record label, and you know they seen that I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to. They seen it. They knew it. We had a conversation and we decided to go our separate ways. Now those guys are still close. We're still friends. We still chat sort of weekly and stuff. You know what I mean? Keep up to date. But it's nice now that I'm not having to jump on a plane for 4 days to do 1.5 hour gig. You know what I mean? There's just nice positives that come out of it. And the biggest positive is obviously the Empire, you know what I mean? Because I love tattooing. I didn't think it was... I love tattooing. I love music. But I'm not in love with the thought of going out and playing at the minute. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The process of it, perhaps?
The process of it is somebody stuck in it who's meant to be doing things.
Does it take away the magic of it? Because for me, the only thing I can...
There's no better feeling the first few bars and the first couple of lines of a new song.
Yeah.
No better feeling than that. And then getting to the end of that and realizing you have something new, it's like a line of coke. It's that, oh fucking hell! Play it a couple of times and it fades away. That goes in here.
Well, then not unlike the fucking white devil that is cocaine. Are you constantly chasing that a wee bit?
Oh, you do. You chase it. You know what I mean. But you also the further away you get from it, the more it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You could leave it there. You know. I'm not one of these guys that can write on command.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I know, I've seen it.
There's guys out there who are sitting there every day writing 3, 4, 5 songs, you know, or maybe over a week.
And you see when you come in and you're like, I have to write today. There's a fucking weight on you.
There's a weight on me. Now, that weight lifts once I realise I've got something I've locked into something. And again...
Once we write something really good.
And Phil's my co-writer, apparently.
Now, clip that. You cannot... He said that.
No.
He said that. I'm his co-writer.
I said apparently.
Fuck.
Apparently.
No, actually, no. Again, you were speaking so eloquently there, mate.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Sorry to jump all over you. But we were walking. We were going to the pub the other day.
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't drinking. I had a Coke Zero, and
a couple of pounds.
I said a line. You're like, fuck me, that's cracker. Jesus Christ, that's cracker. I'll go great in a song. And I was like, this is what happens often, me. You don't realise this. You don't realise this. I
forgot what it was anyway.
Well, I haven't. So until you admit that we are songwriting partners, I will not be releasing that line for you.
No, can't do it.
But when you said something that it was kind of the point, like, does it take away the business of it, perhaps, or the machinations of it? Does it take away the magic of it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I would have sat until my fucking fingers were raw.
Just been there, brother.
Just playing the guitar and writing music and stuff like that there. And probably looking back now, they were the best times. Yeah. You know what I mean? The best times whenever everyone was exciting. You were getting the odd gig here and there, you know.
And naivety and maybe a purity of it still intact?
Naivety and purity, and then you go out into it, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of people within music that I can't even fucking have near me, you know. I just look at
fucking vultures.
Fucking fake as fuck, man, you know.
Aye.
And there's a certain kind of, seems to be a certain way among a few Belfast musicians that has them thinking that they are a lot more than they are. Do you know what I mean? Which, fair play, if that's what you need to do. But I've never been like that, Phil. I've never been that guy that's kind of been like that, you know. I've always worn my heart on my sleeve with it. So I feel like I'm probably a bit better known I'm probably a bit better known than I feel that I am. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Which is nice because you do get strangers talking to you about your music and stuff, which is lovely. But I don't ever want to get that stage where you can't walk the street like. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this at the minute. This is perfect. There's a nice kind of vibe with my life at the minute, which is nice.
A nice flow to it.
Aye. And that's what I'm saying. This year's been fucking beautiful.
It's been a good year.
Yeah. 2024's been good.
Yeah. It's been a tire. It's been a good year.
Yeah, it has been. It's been good. It's been good fun.
You just something you touched on the music industry that I'm asking just out of genuine curiosity. Is there still a sort of sense of community within the sort of like that Northern Irish musicianship?
Some really good lads. We shout outs to Colin McLean and all, and Gareth Dunlop and people like that. Mally Weir, people who are doing great fucking things.
Speaking of Gareth Dunlop, are we allowed to talk a wee bit about?
Absolutely, yeah. So Gareth.
I just want to preface this by saying, mate,
did you like it?
Jesus H fuck. Like, I was in. You sent me the track.
Yes,
because obviously you do the setup, mate. It's your fucking track. Sorry.
Well, so I know that some folk in the States who are shooting a TV show had asked about using my music. I know them. They're great people. I actually turned up a few times or a couple of times to shows that we were doing when I was out with Foy.
Yep.
I got talking to them. You know, lovely people.
Foy
Can't really sort of say too much about the show or anything, I don't think. But
the show, I think the show's now it's been publicly announced.
It's been announced.
The showrunner's been announced. There's been castings. It's a show called Revival. It's off a comic book published by Image Comics.
Yeah. Who done The Walking Dead and all those?
I think it was The Walking Dead, yeah. And it'll be. It's going to be on the. It's been commissioned by the Sci-Fi Channel. It's going to be a huge show.
Sci-Fi Channel's fucking. That's no slouch.
Yeah, huge in the States.
Right. So they had these songs of mine that they wanted to use, so they were asking about them and stuff. And then I was able to go, you know what, just go through everything through the publishing company. Talk to me, and then I talk to them, and then sure, we'll get you two together. So they asked me to write a track specifically for the show. I was thinking, title track, you know what I mean? You know, woke up this morning. Imagine having that there on a fucking 10-year show, you know. But it turns out that I think they're using a composer for the thing, which is fine.
Yep.
But the fact that they asked for a specific song, so I says it's two sisters, strange sisters in the show who come together for whatever's going on around them. It pushes these two together again, and there's this lovely kind of rekindling of a relationship. So Gareth and me decided to write a song together for it. It's called Worlds, and man, you know what? It kind of was sat around his table. An hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, not even. And that was talking shit in between. The song was there, ran down, stuck a scratch down, which is like the really rough version just to get it. And then Gareth, because he's a fucking production wizard, he put the song together quickly. Had it done within a day, sent me it, and then I went and done my vocal. So Gareth's singing the first half, I'm singing the second half, and then the two of us are in at the end for this beautiful harmonized chorus, and I have to say, it's one of them songs that I've listened to it about 100 times, like, you know what I mean? That doesn't happen to me, you know?
I'm sitting in, obviously I knew this whole process was happening, so I'm sitting in Istanbul airport. I just paid $25 for a fucking burger. So I'm all right. I'm not in a great mood, like, so I'm sitting there, and you sent it to me, I'm just sitting with the headphones. Mate, I'm sitting in Istanbul airport with a shite burger, tears streaming me.
Mate, you sent me a voice message, and you were choking up, like,
mate, people,
I was all
people must have thought I was crying at the fucking burger. But tears tripping me just because it's such a beautiful and sincere and lovely piece of music. It cannot help but invoke something in you because it's so relatable.
Yeah.
There's
anybody.
Yeah.
Any relationship, any estranged relationship.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking. I mean, I had it with my brothers. Everybody's looking over the fence, seeing what they can't quite get there. Yeah, that's what this is about.
Building walls, tearing them down, brick by brick. It's so eloquent and lovely and sincere that yourself and Gareth have done so. And I'm not sucking your dick by any stretch of the imagination, because I tell you when I don't like that. Not that I don't like.
No,
but
I
always give you a critique if there's a critique to be had. But this for me is potentially
it's gold.
It's potentially the best thing you've ever done, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
And it's and shout out to Gareth. Gareth, I've never met you, but if I do, I'm giving you a hug. All right, buddy. There's two good ones for you there,
Gareth
big man. All right.
Gareth's a great kid, man. You know what I mean? I remember watching Gareth. Fucking hell. I tell you what, we were playing at a place called the AKA Cafe. It was round by, you're looking straight at the City Hall, and there's a row of shops up here and Match Its Music and all on it.
Yeah.
Right, so there was a cafe.
That's the other end of...
other end, yes. So a couple of doors down, there was a cafe called the AKA Cafe. And Floyd Vance and myself used to go in there on a fucking Wednesday night and sit and play. You know, he would have sat there, I would have sat there. We sat and played together. And this kid, 13 or 14, blonde hair fucking everywhere, stinking of cigarette smoke, you know what I mean? Came up and he says, he started, here lads, you know what, I play a wee bit too. Do you mind if I play, like, he's having a wee break? We were like, go ahead, kid. So we had a break. This wee lad, 13, 14, get up and play these beautiful versions of a couple of Bob Dylan songs. I remember going,
get you off the fucking stage now, kid.
Give me that guitar back, you can't. You know what I mean? So Gareth, from then on, who kind of followed us around, and he used to get his dad to take him into the bars on a Sunday that we were maybe playing in, or that I was playing in, and would have came and sat with his dad, just sat there watching us, you know what I mean, just like taking it all in. And now he's this fucking otherworldly producer, songwriter. The stuff he's done, fucking everything from fucking True Blood to, I know you've movies with him all over it. Even now, I'd be sitting watching a movie on Netflix, and then next thing you'd hear one of his songs come on. This is how kind of prolific he is.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great. And you know, the nice thing about him, God love him, he fucking earmarks me every time he's talking about his biography.
That's
you know
nice,
what I mean?
man.
So that's nice. You know what I mean? But he'll head the stratosphere in the next couple of years. You know?
This song, will it be, regardless of what happens with the show? Are you looking at a music video?
I would like to. It's something that we need to discuss. You know what I mean?
What role would you like me to play in that?
I mean, well, listen. You know, you never know. You were in my last one there.
Oh, was it?
We got to get all that out.
Yeah.
I've the Nashville coming up too. The Nashville releases coming up.
The Nashville sessions.
The Nashville sessions. So I think the first song's going to be "Stay Mine" out around Valentine's Day. You know, the apology song. You know.
There are times when you are so far removed from the stereotypical musician, and then there are times where you are slap bang in the middle of like, fell out with my girl. I know, I'll write her a song.
Dustin Christensen, fucking magical, super well known songwriter in Nashville. And him and I got thrown together for a songwriting session, and he was like, man, what do you want to do? And I says, listen, my wife hasn't spoke to me in 3 days here.
Lucky
so
bastard.
she hasn't spoke to me. She just took me off her WhatsApp. She's took me off her fucking Instagram. Can't send her messages. I need to write an apology song. He says, I've got you. That was it, mate. Just two of us sat and wrote this beautiful fucking song. So
nice.
And yeah, it worked.
So it worked out all right for you?
Still married?
Still married?
No.
How is the old marriage working out, mate, to be fair?
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Would you recommend marriage?
I'd recommend it to the you know what I mean? Just to the person that you should be with, like, you know what I mean?
Fuck. Well, unfortunately, you're already married, so
I know.
I can't marry you, like, fuck's sake.
No. Imagine the fucking UFC nights and all we would have.
Oh, mate, I always maintain I would marry you in a heartbeat, right? I would be in a lifelong, loving, exclusive relationship. The only thing that puts me off is the bucking.
It's the fucking riding.
No, don't get me wrong, I'd do anything for you. And gun to my head, if I had to, I'd bite down, I'd put a shift in. But given the option, I'm not bucking you, Lee.
Yes, no, I know. And nobody's expecting you to, mate.
So
we're doing all right the way we are.
Heterosexual life partners.
Yes, mate, I think that's good.
Always maintain we're heterosexual life partners. Matching tattoos, for fuck's sake.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Matching tattoos.
Probably more on the cards as well.
What is your plan for Christmas? What are you doing?
Christmas.
You see your mum? See your sister?
Christmas for me. Yep. I go to my sister's.
Right.
I go to my sister's. Today's the 23rd of December.
That scares the fuck out of me, man.
I know, mate. Another year. But I go to my sister's on Christmas Eve. We do Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Just don't know why. It's just a wee bit of a tradition we have now. My niece is there.
Oh, she's a great kid, though.
Oh, I love her bones. Something shocking. Like I have the most wonderful wee niece. So she's there, and there's still a little bit of magic associated with Christmas there, and just like to see like the enthusiasm that she has for it. You can't help but buy into it a wee bit, you know. My brother-in-law, who Big Colin, or Damien Corvin, to the wrestling community, is this big. He's a professional wrestler. You see him, and he's this big fucking scary, shouty man. He is softer than squirrel shite. Do you know what I mean? He is a big sweetheart, and it's just obviously for me, like growing up, not woe is me by any stretch of the imagination, but growing up, Christmas was a difficult day. So now as an adult to be around it and it to be maybe and seeing what it should be for a kid and everything like that, and being able to contribute to that positively on Christmas Day, it's so fucking lovely, mate. It just there's still as much as I'm a grumpy cunt on a day like that, there's still a wee bit of magic left about it. There is,
and you know it's nothing to do with the Christian fucking thing or anything else. It's to do with the fact that once a year, no matter who you are on the planet, you're gonna fucking like focus on giving and having this day with your family, you know what I mean, or who you consider to be your family.
And it's not even about presents.
No,
mate, I'll be honest, I hate.
I'm not a good present getter either.
I hate the whole custom of giving presents and receiving presents, because obviously, you know the way I am, I'm always very well prepared.
Yep.
So I get people's presents in early. Now, the longer I have these sitting in my house, day by day, they get shitter looking by about 3% every day. And they're sitting on my table. Yeah. Where my wee house, they're sitting on my table, that's where they're kept. And I see them every day and I was like, that's a fucking shit present.
You're very fucking hard on yourself.
The old self-talk comes in and being like, Jesus Christ, why do you not fucking like them or something like that? I have a constant wee devil on my shoulder that fucking hates me constantly at me. So the longer they're sitting there, the worse they look. And then there is the most anxious I am in my life is when somebody is opening a present I got them. Because regardless of their reaction, I'm thinking to myself, they're putting it on. They fucking hate that. They hate me as well.
But
so
you're hard on yourself, like, man, aren't you? You're so hard on yourself.
I think everybody has this element of negative self-talk. It's just I'm stupid enough to say it out loud. You know? So that whole process, I even hate opening presents in front of people. Not even, because then it gives me anxiety. I give people presents and then I'll fuck off into the next room or pretend they need a shite or something and just go and sit in the toilet with my trousers up.
You're a fucking idiot.
But anyway,
yes.
Yes, it's nice to be around people you love at Christmas. Then
it's good.
I'm coming up to you Boxing Day.
You're up with me all day on Boxing Day, and you're coming up on the 27th again. Which is
I'm not coming up again the 27th. I'm staying.
You're staying, aye. Okay.
Fuck me.
Is your lovely date coming up herself, or are you going to go and get her?
I'll probably pop out and pick her up at some stage.
His face look. You cunty. You cunty.
You like a girl, you're gay. Anyway.
You're dating a girl, you're gay.
Shall we? Mate, we've done it. We've done it right. We fucking run here. Should we jump on it? Because this was really just
a wee,
an off the cuff wrap up, mate.
Thank you to everybody. Like, we can't believe the amount of people that are actually listening. We weren't expecting it. We're doing this here for a bit of therapy for ourselves.
Yeah, this is never meant to be anything other than just us having.
Yep, that's why we say some of the shit we say. But you know what I mean. And we don't mean to offend anybody. There's things that piss us off, obviously, but
everything is said in jest.
Everything's said in jest, or parody.
Yes, or parody.
Yeah, of course.
And if you are offended by anything we say,
fuck off.
Then tighten up and fly right. Their opinions,
or don't listen.
Their opinions, folks. Words can't hurt you unless you let them. Yep, it is as simple as that. And
even if you let them, you're only pretending to let them.
And there is
not actually a thing.
There is a massive disconnect between an act of aggression, an act of microaggression.
Have you seen this shit?
And I'm making a really nice point here.
Go ahead, sorry,
buddy. Second here. There is a difference between an act of aggression, an act of a microaggression, and what's called civil discourse.
Right.
Civil discourse is what we need. It's okay to disagree with people.
Yep.
And it's okay to disagree with people. Lee, you and I disagree on a few things. However, we're both fucking adults and we can accept that. And this is how you find resolution, is by having dialogue with people. You cannot simply, in this day and age, be like, I disagree with them, therefore they are my enemy. That is something, and not to get politicised, but that is something that the liberal left have been doing in spades, and that is why there is a massive disconnect, and that is why there is a massive divide now, because people aren't communicating.
Trying to split the society in half. Now, what you've got at the minute...
And people are idiots for allowing it to happen.
Did you see the old guy... Did I send you the link? The old guy that got fucking arrested, the English cops?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Explain this for me.
So he had posted something up. I can't even remember what it was. It wasn't important. The important thing to me was watching these cops arresting this guy for saying something to defend himself online on a post. Am I right? Did you read it? Yeah. That's all he done. And he said what he said offended someone. Give somebody anxiety. And the cops were there arresting this old man. That is fucking disgusting. If cops came to arrest me for saying something that gave somebody anxiety,
I mean, you'd be doing a life sentence.
They better be well armed. That's all I'm saying.
The pair of us would be doing a life sentence if that was the case. And who is so to take offence over something that causes anxiety, there's subjectivity attached to that. Who is the arbiter of that occasioning of harm, so to speak? Yeah. And then what's the next logical progression from that? Well, you're going into almost an Orwellian dystopian society whereby
we're fucking there.
And it's all just a means to shut down creativity, conversation, dialogue, discourse. And these are things that you need for societal progression. These things have not happened. The distillation and the end of these things have not happened by mistake. There is a root cause and an intentional lines being drawn, an intentional division. And I'm not saying we all need to get along, because we don't by any stretch of the imagination.
You can't, it's impossible. We're fucking human.
But let's fucking talk to each other. Let's talk to each other with a wee degree of civility. I don't agree with what people say, but I will defend their right to say it.
Absolutely.
And that's the massive difference. Listener questions, mate. Should we head on that? Go to listener questions.
I was about to head into a big... Go ahead. Yes,
let's keep it light.
Let's keep her light. Okay, how long have we done? Jack, what's this? That's good. That's not bad, mate. For a nice wee gentle fucking chat, mate.
Well, let me see.
I'm tired as fuck today, buddy.
Yeah, it's the season for it.
I need to pull myself together here. I have so much to fucking do today.
What have you got to do, mate?
Mate, I've tattoos to do here this morning, and then I'm going to have to drive all the way to Castle Rock. I have to go to fucking Tesco. Oh my god, mate, yes.
Right. So, listener questions.
Smoking here,
no, you're not, man. First one, Ross Alexander. What is the absolute highlight of your year? What would you say the absolute
Tattoo
highlight?
Studio.
Yeah?
Yep.
I was having a wee bit of a think about this, and a highlight for me, obviously, I relate everything to the MMA sphere. I can't help but do that just because it's so. I know, just because it's so deep, it's so deeply ingrained in me. In February of this year, 2024, Ryan Curtis suffered a catastrophic injury.
Yep.
A career-ending, potentially life-ending injury that was a complete freak accident up at FAI. Paralysed from the neck down, told he would never walk again.
Jesus, man.
Let alone fight again. In the interim period between February to now, what he's done has been fucking incredible, man. He's a medical marvel. It was the FAI End of Year Club Awards do, and he won Fighter of the Year and was able to stand up on his own 2 feet, walk over to Pat McAllister and pick up his award.
What a guy.
And mate, there's an incredible video. If we can, Jackie, I'll send you the link to this video and post it. So for Ryan Curtis, I'm friendly with Ryan, by no means a best friend, and by no means part of his inner sanctum or anything like that. I've commentated on some of his fights. I would be confident enough to say hello to him if I've seen him. You know, he's any interaction I've had with him, he's been a genuinely nice man.
Well, fucking done,
right? So for him from being told that he'd never walk again to being able to walk about, and I've seen him at a show since and everything, and he's standing about, and he just has this lightness about him.
Good.
And it was just for me that was absolutely huge and really genuinely lovely to see.
What's next?
Right. By Tattooed Rogers, is that your uncle?
Oh, Archie,
aye. Yeah. How does Lee feel about his uncle being a bigger fanny magnet than him? So from the sublime to the ridiculous. Cheers, Archie.
Yep. Archie, you're some boy. I fucking love you to bits, big man. Archie's like my dad's clone. My dad and Archie are very, very similar. You know, even I would look a bit like Archie. And me and him have always been close. He looked after me whenever I started my apprenticeship as an electrician. He was like the supervisor. Yeah. So him and I ended up on all these security jobs together when I was a teenager. He used to see if I was fucking 1 minute late to get to his van, just drove back with me. And there was one day I was fucking winding him up on the way home from Belfast, or way home from fucking Lisburn, Thiefel Barracks, I think it was. And we were coming home, and I used to fucking torture him. And he got to the point where he's just like, right, I'm going to kick you out of the van. I says, no, you wouldn't. He says, I'm kicking you out of the van. So he pulled over at Newton Tech in the pissing rain, mate. Yeah. Right? Fucking night time. Nothing, no buses or fuck. Well, I had no money in my pocket. And fucking made me get out of the van. But Archie's a good lad. He's him and I have been close all my life. And, you know what I mean? He's some tattoos on him, face all done on. He does. Crazy looking bastard, like, but yeah.
Another one from Archie is, I presume this is for me. Where did the Batman Who Laughs come from? Do you want to take that?
I don't know what that is.
Right, no worries. So the Batman Who Laughs is a dark multiverse creation.
How the fuck was I going to know that? Were you messing about that?
Lee, you weren't going to pull that out of your hole. The Batman Who Laughs is the Batman Who Laughs is a dark iteration of the Batman.
Like a Batman Joker?
Yes, that's exactly it. Well done.
Thank you. Full business myself here.
So it's an Elseworld multiverse. It's Batman who fighting away with the Joker, and the Joker's plan was to get Batman to kill him, and because Batman killed the Joker, it released a venom, a toxin that then infected Batman and thus made him the Batman Who Laughs, which is a dark iteration of the Batman from the dark multiverse, who's then trying to collect all these other dark multiverse characters and thus end the multiverse.
Cool.
But it's you are a fuck.
We should watch that, mate. Is there a way to watch? Is it comic books? We should read them together.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd need to fucking read it to you. But you horrible wee bastard.
Right, go ahead.
Right. The next one. Bear with me. Favorite musician or band? That comes from Callum.
Who? Callum? As we Callum O'Neill?
No, I think is it Callum that I used to train with? It's Callum O'Neill, sorry, yes.
What a kid.
Cheers, Callum.
Callum's a great fucking drummer.
Belter. Absolute belter.
Great kid.
Musician.
I'm going to use him next year. We're going to do a bit of recording with him. You know what I mean? What is he, 19 years old? He's fucking great.
Be on stage with Bowling for Soup and all.
Oh, why? Yeah. Brought him up on stage. Yep.
Favourite musician or band?
I can't fucking get my head. I can't get by like Bon Iver and stuff at the minute, you know what I mean? I love all that shit. But for me, it's still the Beatles.
Yeah? Yeah. For me, there's this wee band. It's a guy and a girl. Beautiful vocal harmonies, Americana style stuff called the Civil Wars. Really lovely wee band.
Yep. Here, have you ever heard of this band called the Civil Wars?
that's an in-joke, folks. If you know, you know. But yeah, I love the Civil Wars. I still love Ray LaMontagne.
Ray LaMontagne's great.
Love the Gaslight anthem. Great band.
Ray LaMontagne was on a show called Lucien, Radio 4 show called Lucien's the week before I was.
Yeah.
And what they do was they get two acts together, and I think they had all us together, and they just put him with someone, him and me with someone. I was on with your woman, fucking Heather Small, horrible bastard.
Oh, anyway, from them people.
She's a
time to break for real.
She is not a nice person. Anyway, maybe she's nice now, but she wasn't.
She was cunt then, was she?
But here. Fuck, it would have been nice if me and Ray had got the same thing, you know.
Fuck
the same
me.
thing,
Here, that would have been. That's the collab that we need in a different multiverse.
That's the collab that we need. Yep.
Big Bun Rainey. Not
What
asking a question, just saying, Merry Christmas, lads. I'm looking forward to hearing your banter next year.
Merry Christmas to you, Bun. You're a good lad.
One of the loveliest human beings that the good Lord put breath in. So him and his family, genuinely good people. So
good people. Yep.
Lots of love from us. Richie McGuire, you've travelled 20 years in the future to ask yourself one question. What is it?
Hold on now. You've travelled to the future.
20 years into the future to ask yourself one question.
So I'm travelling from here
to
the future. To ask myself, I'm this, but I'm
you're asking your future self a question.
I won't be here in 20 years. I was standing on a gravestone asking a fucking gravestone a question. You know what I mean?
Asking a crying Phil, you alright, mate? My 20 years time. Well, I'm 36 now. I'd be 56. Touch and go, to be fair. Like,
fuck.
Oh, well, fuck me, Jesus, Richie.
Gonna be?
You're getting a wee bit. It's a Wonderful Life there, aren't you, mate? 20 years time. Probably. Why are you still here? Probably the question.
What are you doing?
What are you at?
Why?
Just why?
20 years time, you'll still be sitting here facing each other doing episode 2000.
Jackie just came off.
Fucking 40.
Jackie just came off with the loveliest wee sentiment. I don't think you realise how lovely that was, nice, Jack. Jack just said 20 years time, you'll still be sitting here doing episode 2000 or something. That would be. Do you know what? If that was my lot in life, I'd be over the fucking moon. Paul Moore.
Great, go.
What is the maximum airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Did he give us an answer?
Nope.
Paul Moore.
Paul, you're a lovely man. But you see, just for 5 minutes in my lifetime, I'd like to be in your head fucking looking at.
I know. You random motherfucker. What a guy though.
We love you. We love you dearly. Jack Quinn. Oh, producer Jackie boy. Fuck me. All right.
Do you want to just ask us it yourself?
Do you want to come here and ask us it, or?
Right, go ahead.
Have you watched the podcast? If so, what is your favourite episode? Now, I do watch them.
I really liked the fucking mushroom episode with Dave them too.
I do watch them back, but
I don't watch them.
It's not from a place of indulgence. I watch them back with a critical eye, in the same way that if I do a show, I'll sit with a pen and paper and make notes. Little things like, am I talking over someone too much? Am I glossing over points that need to be expanded upon? So yes, I do watch episodes back.
We have a habit of starting to explain something and then heading off in a different direction and then not getting to the point of what we were even talking about.
That's something I've noted down. Yep. But favourite episode, where we did a deep dive on mushrooms, we also spoke a little bit about the occult.
The faiths and religions. I mean, that's
religion,
something we should maybe look into a bit more next year.
Social commentary.
It's a fucking religion of
anything social orientated as well. There's one or two more here, and then we will call it a day. Boom, into the comments. Jules Cannon, you did the lovely Transformer.
Oh, yes, good model.
If you could have anyone alive or dead on the podcast as a guest, who would it be and why?
For me at the minute, it would be my ma. I have a bit of fucking explaining to do apparently. Throughout last mushroom trip, madness, mate, madness. But anyway, listen, that's all I'm saying.
Ideal guest for me is, as much as it would be cool to have a guest of any kind of thing, I like our dynamic.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, mate. We've if you look at the first one to where we are now, we've definitely fucking evolved. Like, it's nice, man.
Yeah, we've got more comfortable. In the early stages, to be fair, it was kind of me interviewing you a lot.
Aye.
But that's because that was a role I was comfortable with, and maybe a role you were comfortable with too.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we're in a nice wee place now. Having you kind of doing notes on what you're wanting to talk about always helps me too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not good with notes, but I'm good at discussing.
Well, the way I see it is, I provide the bones, you provide the flesh.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
a lot
Cool.
of stuff.
Love that.
Podcast guest for me would be a gentleman called Bill Finger.
Right.
Because he is the forgotten man of Batman.
Okay.
So Bob Kane is credited with creating Batman, and it was always Bob Kane, and then it became Bob Kane. Bob Kane allegedly brought Bill Finger along, and Bill Finger never got the credit for the creation of Batman, and he has now posthumously. But it would be nice just to get his take on it, and maybe just because he didn't make money off Batman.
No, I call him.
So it would be
imagine that. Imagine looking at that your whole life and just going.
in the same way. In the same way, the two guys that created Superman didn't make money off it.
Who was the creator of Superman?
Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster. They thought they were getting a deal at the time and signed over the rights to it.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this new Superman? A fucking superdog? Where did he come from?
Crypto, the Superdog.
Where did he come from? He didn't come down with Superman. How's he super?
1955, mate. He's been in publication since.
How did he come? Did he come down from Krypton? Did he?
There's different iterations. Yes, he is an indigenous Kryptonian dog that came down with Supergirl. Or there's another iteration. Your eyes have just fucking glazed over, haven't they? You're a vast. You ask a question. You ask a question, and then no.
I want to know.
No. Next question,
Phil.
mate.
Anyway, go ahead.
You're moving on now. I'm not even fucking telling you. Do you know what? Fucking look at it yourself. Fucking giving it all this pomp and ceremony.
I'm just saying.
There's a new dog and everything since 1955, is there? Fuck up. Anyway. Right. Sorry, folks. Could be the last podcast, not just of the year. Big Kyle. Used to stream with, gentlemen. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no? Yes. For me, unquantifiable.
You think it is? Bruce himself said no.
Huh?
Bruce himself said no.
But he's notoriously a cunt, is he not?
No, he's a good guy.
Huh?
He's a good lad.
No, fuck him. Kevin Smith said that he wasn't nice to him.
Is that right?
Yep. So, and I love Kevin Smith.
What movie was in with Kevin Smith?
What was that one about him? The one where Bruce Willis is like a cop and Tracy thing.
Every Bruce Willis movie then?
I was to do anyway. They did a movie together, and he said Bruce Willis wasn't a particularly nice person. So, is Die Hard a Christmas movie for you? Yes or no?
Never really thought about it.
All right, great engagement, Lee. Really appreciate that. You disdainful, dismissive bastard. Big Sebastian Martinez, fucking one of the best commentators, not just in Europe but in the world. Lovely, lovely guy. I've worked with him. Love him to death. Favorite Christmas horror movie?
Krampus.
Krampus.
I think so.
Yeah, Krampus is dead on.
What other ones is there?
There is a fantastic one called It's a Wonderful Knife.
It's a Wonderful Knife?
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
No, mate.
Oh, yeah, it is in that territory of being so shit it's good.
Right, okay.
So it's Christmas Eve in a small town. All like kids are at a party, but there's like a serial killer on the loose.
Right.
Kills a bunch of people, and this girl stops the serial killer.
Yep.
But then for that year, like she's in like a fucked up headspace, and everyone's acting like it never happened. And she said there's this whole thing. It's like, I wish this had never happened. So, not unlike It's a Wonderful Life, she is then shown what life would be like if this had never happened, meaning that the serial killer was still on the loose.
Right, okay.
It's a very tongue-in-cheek murder serial killer type romp. Justin Long plays one of the main characters in it, and he is fucking fantastic.
Right.
But really great movie. And I think
Right, I went to put that on last night, and Nikita said, "No, what are you watching?" I went, "It's a movie called Carry On."
sorry, Jackie just asked if we've seen the movie Carry On. That's meant to be huge. What is it?
Well, I don't know. I went to put it.
Come on over and tell us, Jackie. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Right. What's
I
it?
didn't finish it because Joey had to get the train. But yeah.
What's the crack with? Is it a Christmas movie? Like?
No, it's about them people in the airport, the security which check your bags and stuff. It's this fella which is scanning all the bags going through the X-ray machine thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this woman shouts over to him, basically says, "Here, this isn't mine. It was in my bag. It's a wee earpiece."
Right.
Then the fella gets a message basically saying, "Put the earpiece in now."
Right.
Puts the earpiece in, then he gets blackmailed to let a bag go through. which has some Russian flipping bomb type thing.
Oh, fuck.
But it's supposed to like I forget what it is. It's something to do with if it goes off, it like kills people slowly. And
Riveting.
yeah, he gets blackmailed into it basically. Somehow a Christmas movie because it was
Can't wait to see it.
supposedly
Aye.
on Christmas Eve.
I don't feel like
You
I need
have
to.
watch it
I don't
be
feel like I need
interested
to.
in it.
Tell
I-
us the end of it there,
yeah,
Jack, so we
thanks.
don't have to
Aye.
watch it.
I didn't watch the end
For
of it.
fuck's sake, Jack, I'm going to have to watch this on Christmas Day now.
So,
You have to watch it.
cheers,
Well,
Jack. Cheers, Jack.
well, that's my
Appreciate
viewing apparently on Christmas Day. I went to put it on last night and Nikki says, "What are you watching?" I says, "Carry On" or something. She says, No, we're watching that on Christmas Day, so it must be
it.
something that she knows about.
We might need to rethink getting him a mic. Don't know. Just maybe let him text us. Anyway, sorry, Jackie. No worries, Jackie boy. Mate, I think that's us.
That's it. That's a wrap for
us
this
for the year.
Happy days.
Once again,
We
guys.
started off fucking the first few episodes drinking beers and shit, fucking about. And
Yeah,
we're
now I'm fucking sober.
know.
Genuinely, from myself and Lee, have a lovely Christmas, a
Yep.
lovely New Year. We do appreciate anyone that takes the time to listen, anyone that likes anything, that watches a reel, that even has a nice word to say when we see them in the streets.
That's
guys,
cool, yeah.
genuinely, thank you so much. Have a lovely Christmas, a great New Year, and we will see you in 2025.
Bye, folks.